Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in for our instant post-match reaction live show. If you're new around here and we keep up to date on all things Liverpool and join the amazing growing community of Reds we've got on our channel, make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below, put your bell notification on as well, and join the amazing growing community, as I've said, we've got on our channel. What a fantastic performance that was from Jurgen Klopp's side in match week 3 of obviously the Champions League. Make Liverpool make it 9 points out of a possible 9. They're going to be in a better start from the lads anyway. But what a fantastic performance tonight. We'll talk about, and we'll get all your comments in the comment section below as well, Reds. But let me know your thoughts on man of the match. I know there was a lot of very amazing performances. Alisson, I think we'll talk about Ali's performance tonight anyway. If Liverpool weren't putting the ball in the back of the net as frequently as we were did tonight, and another night or another opposition anyway, Alisson really stood up tall tonight. As a passer, Atalanta registered 6 shots on target anyway, so we had a lot of opportunities really for Atalanta to really get in behind Liverpool's back lines. A couple of times when Liverpool did play a very much a high line anyway, and Zapata was left one-on-one with Ali tonight and really stood up tall and really denied Atalanta really getting the ball in the back of the net and really creating and posing Liverpool a lot of big chances. But the Brazilian stood up tall and really, I know a lot of the plaudits will go to Jota, rightly so, and then obviously the likes of Mane, Salah and all that, but I think the lads at the back, Williams playing the second European fixture anyway. This lad was playing non-league football last season. He's been thrust into the European limelight anyway, and he's gone away at Atalanta. This lad will be if he continues playing like he has, and this season, especially if he just continue playing European competitions, it will give him a lot of experience in the long term, especially if he is continuing to play as well as he has. Williams, Gomez as well. We did mention Liverpool. We're playing a kind of a high line anyway, but the Liverpool back line was superb. Very much did deny the occasions where Atalanta were trying to get in behind Liverpool's backline, but Liverpool as a team, potentially as a whole team, really very reluctant to allow Atalanta time on the ball. The press tonight, everyone, as I've said in the thumbnail and the title, this is probably Liverpool's best performance of the season. And let me know your thoughts on that, Reds. For me personally, this is possibly Liverpool's best game of the season, and there's no better time to really get your foot on the ball and really continue playing like we have. Obviously, the introduction of Jota was a key implication, really, and to the reason and why Liverpool didn't allow Atalanta space and time on the ball. They were playing 3 at the back and very risky. Obviously, Roma played 3 at the back at Anfield all those seasons gone when we absolutely put a couple of past Alisson anyway when he was playing at Roma anyway. But you have to be one team, you have to be a decent team ready to come up against 3 at the back, considering Liverpool playing a 4-3-3. But let's get all your comments in. Freaking fantastic match. Liz, what's your thoughts on that? Ali, 4 hard today. Klopp has had Jota for a handful of games that he's going to be like in a year's time for now, challenging Mo's numbers, maybe. I tell you, you never know. The unbeatables 2020, mate. But if he continues playing like he has done, he's on fire. He's absolutely on fire. And hopefully it didn't look too bad. Any of the injury did go off in the second half anyway. Didn't look like he picked up an injury, but hopefully it's not too bad anyway. Hello, Liz. Everyone talking about that. The winning lark never gets boring. Log the unbeatables. Yeah, spot on there, matey. Virgil van Dijk. Who's that? We've got Reece Williams. Suki. What a performance by Reece Williams anyway. He's a man. He's a young fella anyway. He's so young in terms of defensive, but the way in which he's been playing tonight, and especially in European competition, we're really not missing Virgil van Dijk as much, but this is detriment to these players that are really stepping up with the absence of Jurgen Klopp, the absence of Virgil van Dijk anyway. It's up to the likes of obviously Williams as well, the back. Gomez, Matip was on the bench as well tonight. So it's up to the team collectively. Yeah, Virgil van Dijk, he'd be a big miss, but don't let that take away from the good quality, world-class players we've got at our football club. And especially, I was speaking to Mitchell and a couple of yous on the live stream watch along. Thank you very much, every single one of you that was watching the live stream watch along anyway, and we were discussing anyway as the game was going on. It was just how blessed Liverpool are to play these young players, and Jurgen Klopp. Liverpool got a manager that relies and really gives trust in these young players. If you're a young player at Liverpool Football Club, you're absolutely made up, because you're seeing the likes of Williams playing the second European tie now. You're playing non-league football, as we said at the top of the show. And if you're a young player in the academy, or you're a young player in general, there's no other place that you'd rather be than at Liverpool Football Club, because what Jurgen Klopp is doing to these lads anyway, especially young players, he's giving them a chance and he's giving them the opportunity, and absolutely given the performances anyway. Today we played with skill and joy. Liz, what was your thoughts on the press and everyone? This will be very interesting to see how all you feel. Obviously, this is counteracted with the best performance of the season for me personally, but the pressing is what set Liverpool apart from Atalanta tonight. Liverpool, we said about how good Liverpool were defensively. It starts on the front and the midfield players as well. Curtis Jones we'll probably talk about as well. Henderson, Gini, the workhorses in this Liverpool midfield. As much as the goods in terms of pressing and winning back the ball, the tactical prowess of the midfield players to really get the threaded through balls. You got Jota's first goal. Jota scored that many goals. I forgot that it was the goal in which he brought it back down anyway and took it from his left-hand foot and absolutely drilled it in the front post with his right. Jota is so two-footed. If you're an opposition defender, you're like, where's he going to go? He's going on his left and he's on his right. But it was a fantastic, the way in which he brought that ball down for that goal anyway. Alexander-Arnold, we talked about the defence, but the attack and output from Trent tonight, that's probably one of his best games of the season. There was so much space down that Atalanta left-hand side anyway. You could have been playing all night. Trent could have had about 10, 20 assists tonight, considering how open Atalanta were. The left mid and the right mid / wingers for Atalanta anyway, fullbacks, they were non-existent tonight. They were caught in between a rock and a hard place, really. Didn't know whether to stay behind the ball or press Liverpool. They were caught in 50-50, and Liverpool capitalised on that fully. Trent going down the right-hand side, and then Robbo going down the left-hand side. The way in which Liverpool suffocated Atalanta's players tonight, they really didn't know where to go. It was like, this doesn't happen to us in the Serie A. And so Atalanta probably haven't played against a team like that. Like Juventus pressed like Liverpool. We're an absolute machine. And I tell you, if Liverpool hopefully on game week 4, Liverpool are playing Atalanta at Anfield, and we can do anything like that, and when we can get 3 points like that, we'll be in a very great position, which is very rare, rare considering how bad usually Liverpool do start the European competitions anyway. But this season, 9 points out of a possible 9, as we said at the top of the show. But yeah, let's get to all your comments. Jota's goal, the dink in which he scored as well. The confidence, we hit them on the break, and the little dink over the Russian Atalanta goalkeeper anyway. Was obviously Joe Gomez got an assist for Jota's second as well. Curtis Jones as well on the break in the second half, 47 minutes in, you're like, go ahead, can we get another goal? And then we come out like an absolute house on fire, and then Liverpool counter-attacking. It was Papu Gomez anyway, the Argentinian, and he had a great chance in the opposition box anyway for Liverpool. And then Liverpool, it was like similar to the goal in which we scored against Manchester United last season at Anfield, when Salah rips off his shirt and goes absolutely mad, and the cop starts singing "Now You Don't Believe Us." It was very reminiscent of that. Liverpool's breakaway goal. Salah had a very similar opportunity really to put the ball in the back of the net late in the game. And I tell you, it was gutted. It was a great save by that Atalanta goalkeeper anyway. But Salah, what a performance. And Mane, everyone goes, Salah doesn't pass to Mane, but he does. And Salah passed it to Mane, and what a ball that was by Mo. He absolutely sliced the team open. And Mane, calm as you like, puts that in the back of the net anyway. And what a performance. And then Jurgen Klopp makes all these substitutions. Jota makes so many mental runs as well. Suki, we were speaking as we were going on obviously the live stream watch along, mate. Mitchell was saying how much he's very similar to the runs in which Fernando Torres used to make all those years ago. Anyway, Jota, you don't know where to go. If you, Suki, how would you defend anyone watching? How would you defend if you're an opposition defender up against Diogo Jota? Anyway, Diogo, we need the team. The team seemed in sync tonight, pressing hard, defending well, and scoring goals and more goals. Anyway, Liz, absolutely spot on there. We just need a performance like that in the Prem now. You'll never walk alone. Best game so far, I reckon. Zuki, absolutely spot on there, mate. Madison, nice one for your comment, mate. If we start this, we start with the same. If we start the same against Manchester City, we should be beating them. I expect a lot more from Atalanta tonight, but we could take my Pirates again at home. We could take my Pirates again at home. Nice one, Madison. Thank you very much. I tell you, we do play like that against Manchester City. There's no better way to come off the back of that, and you're playing up against Manchester City anyway. If anywhere as near as the performance as that, we absolutely batter City. I tell you, as good as Manchester City are, the form in which we've showed tonight, and as Madison just said, then we take it upon Manchester City. Play Jota as much as good as Bobby Firmino is. I just think, as you've already mentioned, every single one is Liverpool steamed in sync tonight, and the forward three, the chemistry between the forward attacking players was absolutely frightening tonight. Ben Latham, all right, Jota could have scored 5 today. Zuki, he definitely could have, mate. Jota is Firmino with finishing. We all love Bobby as well, but I tell you, Jota, he's frightening. Michael Edwards has pulled one out of his back closet anyway, or his transfer target board anyway. That went under the radar. I think we can all agree. We didn't expect Liverpool to sign Jota, but when it got announced, you could very much agree, and it's very much a Jurgen Klopp style signing. And I tell you, he's going for a couple of records this season. What does our group stage look like now, Jack? 1 second, matey. There we go. Let's change this over. As you can see here, Reds. Not too sure if you can see that. Can you see that? Liverpool obviously top of Group D, which is fantastic. Obviously the shared points between Atalanta on 4 points anyway, and Ajax on second. Ajax are second there, Reds and Atalanta. Can I move that over slightly? 1 second, everyone. Sorry. Can I zoom in there? Oh no. Yeah, but believe me, Ajax are second, and Atalanta are on third as well with 4 points apiece. But what a fantastic performance that is, but Reds. But let's get to obviously the statistics. As you can see there, Liverpool, Atalanta dominating proceedings with 15 shots, 12 shots on target, possession-wise, 57% possession as well. Line-up as well. 1 second, everyone. Liverpool's line-up. Where's the mouse gone? Yeah, that's how Liverpool did set up, obviously, with having Robinson down the left-hand flank with Gomez. But yeah, what a performance that was, Reds. What a fantastic performance. Let's get to all your comments. Oi, out City Cop. How you doing, Aaron? Hope you're keeping safe, well, mate. Tonight, we made a statement to everyone. Without Virgil van Dijk, we're still mentality monsters. Absolutely spot on there, matey. Jack, quick question. Would you start Jota over Firmino against City? 1000%, Zuki. I think when we were speaking on the live watch-along, Reds, the performance, he offers so much more, and I think Firmino does need a rest anyway, but I think the way you can't drop Jota after he's just scored a European hat-trick, mate. I'd continue playing what we've played tonight, and even I think we might see a slight change anyway in the midfield, possibly see Thiago or Naby come in, but for me, I wouldn't drop the lads anyway. I'd play exactly the same team anyway. I'd play Williams. I know Nat Phillips played very well in the game this week anyway in the Premier League, but I tell you, we've got two fantastic defenders playing on such great form. You got the likes of Reece Williams, and then you've got Nat Phillips as well. Klopp's in a headache, really, which is fantastic because obviously given Virgil van Dijk being injured, and we're saying, oh, could we possibly, other opposition rival fans going, oh, Liverpool are going to miss Virgil van Dijk? No, we're not. The way in which our back line is playing, and we've obviously got Joel Matip to come in now as well and really put into the contention. Also, Everton playing more like Everton now, which is good. Yeah, spot on there, mate. Oh, my name is actually Shane. On my daughter's channel, my name is Madsen. Oh, sorry, Shane. Thank you very much for your comment, there. But yeah, great comments as always. We need Edwards to pull a couple more out of the bag. Great start, but now it's a good, tough task against Manchester City. Richard, what a game, though. Everyone, let me know your thoughts on man of the matches. I know we're probably going to pick Jota, but as I said at the top of the show, Alisson, fantastic. Trent, he had the whole park, the right-hand side of the pitch to himself tonight. Could have had at least a couple of hat-tricks, a couple of assists, a hat-trick of assists anyway, if everyone finished off the chances anyway. Williams at the back, Gomez, phenomenal. Gomez even got an assist tonight as well. Henderson, Curtis Jones, Gini Wijnaldum, the chemistry between that three tonight, everyone, those three anyway, they absolutely played phenomenal. The pressing was spot on. Jota, Mane and Salah all getting goals. And it is absolutely amazing to see. Will Matip play? Richard, that's very interesting. I'll ask you. Do you reckon Matip will play in the Premier League against Manchester City? For me, off the back of Phillips and Reece Williams' performances anyway, I'd play one of them, mate, Richard. But I'd ask you, would you play Matip against Manchester City, or would you bring Phillips or Williams in to partner Joe Gomez anyway? Both our centre-backs have stood up this week when needed. The Unbeatables, absolutely amazing performance by our young lads anyway. Yeah, Jota deserves it, to be fair. Suki's played phenomenal, and he, Virgil van Dijk, Virgil van Phillips and Reece van Dijk doing bits. I tell you, that is a cracking comment there, Latham. Best performance of the season, spot on there. Out of City Cup, Aaron. Got hacked, so lost my Twitter. Give us a shout. Follow the City Cup. Yeah, make sure you do follow Aaron. Obviously, he's got his channel, fantastic run fan channel anyway. I've had Aaron on a couple of times anyway, but hopefully try and get Aaron on this week anyway on the podcast. If he's not too, Aaron, hit us up on your new Twitter, matey. Follow us and I'll give you a follow back and just message you on that, mate. Diego Jota, what a signing. The Outer City Cup, the Cup Council anyway. Head over to those two lads' channels as well. Fantastic channels, but nice one, Connor. What a performance by Diego Jota. How is Curtis only 19 years old? Zuki, I'm telling you, lads, this lad is his technical ability as a player doesn't get recognised from opposition fans anyway. Well, we're not really bothered about them. But the technical ability this lad has for such a player that is so tall, he's so good with his feet. It's ridiculous. Tonight, he was getting the ball away from his feet, trying to play decisive through balls. My man of the match didn't play tonight, Shaqiri. I tell you, if Shaqiri played, if he did come on in that second half anyway, he could have easily had an hat-trick the way he's playing as well. But this is fantastic. We've got players that are coming in, and then players that aren't playing, they're all in form at the right part of the season. What would you say is Jota's best position, Ben? He's so versatile, Jota. And we've seen tonight his goals come from all around the box, didn't he? Obviously, he come on from one of his goals. He had a dink goal at the ball that was hit over the top. I think it was from Gomez or Trent. He took it so well, controlled it with his left, and then finished it with his right. And we've had a bit of everything tonight. That's why Jurgen Klopp signed him, and that's why Michael Edwards signed him, recruited him. He's so versatile. He can play up front, he can play on the left, and he can play on the right. You can say the same with Mane and Salah as well. All of them are so adaptable, and you can play them anywhere across the forward line. For me, mate, I'd say Jota up front. But if you're an opposition team trying to go from week to week, trying to anticipate what Liverpool is going to play up front anyway, because Salah can play up front, Mane can play up front, Jota can play up front, even me and you can play up front, especially if we've got the delivery that we had tonight from our lads, 100,000%. If Joel Matip and Thiago Alcantara are back on Sunday, we will win the game, and I think then we will win the league again. Hopefully, Shane, fingers crossed, lad, but one game at a time, Shane. He is class. Zuki, all of them. The PC role for me. It's mad how all our front three tonight have played like a striker at some point for us. Our attack is just goals galore anyway. Absolutely spot on. Yeah. First off, I wanted to say anyway, so at the top of the show, the progress that Liverpool have showed in terms of adapting their play tonight, what we need to see, especially against Manchester City, this continued pressing from Liverpool that we've seen tonight. I know it's difficult in some games. We won't always be on 110% anyway, but if we press like we did tonight against Manchester City, we will cause them so much problems anyway. But thank you very much, every single one of you, Reds, for getting your comments in, and get your comments in as well. Once this video has been uploaded, I will read them out in tomorrow's video. But thank you very much, every single one of you, for the continued support on the live stream, watch-alongs as well, for the post-match shows, and made up to get all your comments on as well. City game is a walk in the park. The unbeatables. Sorry, if we play like that, we did against Atalanta tonight, it definitely will be, mate. What a fantastic performance. Is Laporte for fifth for City? Not too sure, mate. Wouldn't surprise me because he's been in and out due to injuries over the last couple of months anyway. But yeah, Jota, he's like a house on fire anyway. His form, Salah, Mane, all of them deserved. Henderson, you run out of what is left to say about Henderson's performance. Classic captain's performance. Henderson, Ginny, Curtis Jones. The midfield very much did impress me tonight as well, Reds. Obviously, we've seen how good they've been playing, but tonight, I think you see when you pick a more stable selection in terms of your starting 11, the lads are getting used to us. The lad Curtis Jones, he's 19 years old. Reds, absolutely ridiculous. Always get the hiccups anyway, but yeah, the chemistry between Liverpool's midfield players tonight and the forward players. Williams, he's a lad above his years anyway. This lad's still young as well. Robinson, Trent, what a performance by every single one of them. I wish all of them got man of the match, but for me, Jota, obviously the most ideal. Probably a lot of people's man of the matches, but for me, if you had to pick a couple of them, I'd have to pick Alisson as well. Curtis Jones is a great man of the match shout as well. Gini Wijnaldum played fantastic as well. All of them. But if you had to pick one, Diego Jota. I think I'm not. He's probably got man of the match. I haven't checked after the game, but I'm pretty sure he's got man of the match after scoring his first European hat-trick for Liverpool in a red shirt. Ginny gets more stick than he deserves, I think. Yeah, Ben. It's obviously from the opposition fans anyway, because we know how Gini Wijnaldum, as I said, as we've been saying over the last couple of weeks anyway, Ginny, sign that contract, lad, anyway, get that sorted. Well, thank you so much for every single one of you for dropping your comments in and getting involved in the live streams. And Ginny was lucky not to get a second yellow card tonight. Yeah, the unbeatables, but that's how good he was playing tonight, mate. Him, Curtis, picked up yellow cards, but that's what you needed. You expect your players to get a couple of yellow cards anyway, considering it's a European ref and the way in which Liverpool were pushing and harrying the Atalanta midfield and the defence as well, and detriment to Liverpool's attacking players. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I will get your comments in tomorrow's episode. We will be going live tomorrow at 8 p.m, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you do get involved in the live stream. If you don't get your notification, and we will be live tomorrow night at 8 p.m, I will share that on Twitter and everything. So if you don't follow me on Jack Mac LFC, make sure you do head over there. But Reds, have a lovely rest of your night. Enjoy being top of the group. 9 points from 9, and it's absolutely fantastic. But Reds, thank you so much for getting involved in tonight's show. But we'll go again tomorrow, and the Reds are continuing dominating in European football, like we love to do anyway. But see you later, Reds. See you tomorrow, and thank you so much for every single one of you getting your comments in. Absolute legends. You'll never walk alone. Chill out, Eds.